Okay. Levukaidaku Totoka isa rabi-rabi kona tawa mule tabi Sombagi kuwa sana sasaga di benua bermai domat dina kebakalebu veiveivugoni semitu ibana kona tawa mule tabi
Naka nasema mai Malo Unise mai Norfolk Island naka tima iwane naka mai Sierra Leone ela makan sa Totoka wakaoti na sere ya na sere ke Matuku dua wakumbula sar chukani bi kimni ke sar na bio kanyo ni sema tiko mai ni sema wakanra oni vastu talanga ke na buno bakturanga Matuku na buno brotukula babi ni binaka na nomuni siletar bena nomuni ngauna kera bi bosoti tiko ya ni be lenga bakalilai na nito mona liba na sanang koy Hawaii lutu sarangana nongo wifi au mani kerbi bosoti chukayani ni sangetal na zoom me durtalani na nonto lo mani vale ni betala no binaka bakale besar bekem ni na semati kumain to bulu binaka sabirio punim bombo na semati kum Australia mere punim baka royal tambua kuru Jane tukana ke emosi mule binaka bakale na bito ko kumai pedel ngarikau pakatal ngakina bil tukitei Kaya may busod sa Chukayani na mona liba-liba di kena tao bakaleleya iya kito marutakan yung daw siya matalimay na nito bitalan no. Binabali bikim do na veivugoni nakabakalib sara lora Unise binakabakalibu Taraivini na yalo ni veivakavulici o takabatiko na nona tiko bole viti na nomuni o Unise ka tali tek sara bakalibu na nona may tali tiko sa may bakong kita talingan na lubi mo nganeleo o kila na ulutan nga to wala batiko beka kina ronyo be tomana tali na be kawa madal takatiko ni seber ni may dabuka na nto bitalan no ni wati ngango to sana rede sareani na nomuro talitali
naka kila wabo madal tagatuk nga tuwa vital no to nga kini berni dabuka chiko na isema baleta na nituwa lakulici ko na marana cikina ko Matuku ando ngana nondra singa na turang ando nito singa na marama ando nondra singa na tambongon ya kitu boka veiveivugoni usangai lakuen dua ya santo tako cimbek na Vuli Talitali kena sauba kena banua iketo boka veiveivugoni na marama ni saranga mekin na singa ni marama na kete ni marama na nodai tabi na marama kina banua kina numubu mali so pa veiveivugoni na nodai tabi ke mami vital no chik mami raida chukina so na banua ran rong kina ndomonda so na banua talangara esanga ni ran rong kina ni daka na bose na kaki mami pulida kenda na marama ibalenga mirna watinda Mano ni bos ya sabo sana kena na turanga ena bisa sanga beka kena utanga satu yang nikua ya seda kamay liu seda kachungang ko ay ando ba veiveivugoni dei chico na vital no ka dei chico na nodai to ka banua kana senga nintu e kautatani ndana tumbuda ngama isanta na kila ni kila iko ba veiveivugoni ko na kila no mo na beka kele membali chico ko na kila talanga na no mito kona kila talangana no mita kina banua ya sudu turang se o bambeta o ibala-bala ni loko se da ena senga ni rao ni nando nanga una mena mai bisa kina kwenda o balalo ko mena laki veilu take bale satu ngama ena kenan ra na kena kawa na ndodo sumai sana dei tabi ngana itu mutungu menda na veivakavulici baka bibi be kenda na marama ni wajar baka wati na luveda la ko tali na dotal na banua erna senga ni chiunga na nonda poro se nonda banua kandu indu itu nonda ito kanda baka veiveivugoni ko ya undona ka baka bibi taga chuna singa ya da veivakavulici kenda na marama da marama linga kau ken Drau sala ko babi watini na ngani watim ye meta wati bene linga muka ku ninda ula ko lal baka bibi da marama da baka wati na dotal na banua ena leitu kun mani da marama bulan me na veisu su da kamai vei ko mona lei baka reta kai banua baka wati senga ni ko le enjina ni na takana no muonga ni pu vale ona la kukin na banua talanga saba wati kina mando bo mata utegi ko marama linga kau Dio sa andra ko bota ko biutin manda toka wati mo muri toka ya ne tao toka ya lingam ukila ni na totoki no poya enda na bokam bimbi taga kina na nonda wakan deo taka sombu chubero na lupenda na nonda vaka ni ling balet na sare da na isau ni amba satu na ni ko satu sarangai da kwa kabina bete kenda daw sa ni biya kau taka da biya kau taka kabina ye ke bukan da sa ni kila sa ni na bala tarawa ya kusana bolia nga kuna kata kabina ka sato satu nga kena isar kau babi ni kena mai cuba buli kolor mai unge sar nungu ngoneleo mai tegu sar ni kuno na sa chini juga dona kai ko ka tegu na idon wana nu mametegu kena kolor sama ni nanu ya sasul menanga kena endo atu si sata sabala tecik ya me baka ngani bungo gustaka ko nei ko nga sabala tecik ko sana kau au kai sandon ko ngaya ya sakot kin na bol bekenda na China non ta bang teo tekin sumu ci governa luveda na kainda kila ako bakaya
sa dina na Totoka makawati Taraivini o babi di binaka be litia kawin Taukei o klavar rom chmengo malo litia na nomudo vitoko ni leski Matuku na buku ni kenando vakai dore levo na workshop levo na buli bango enda levo na kanda buli da kina Bebakati kita na marama. Talita kan icuktarin na nonra program na itambangoni. Laura, were you aware of the youth component of the workshop?
Yes. I was just following my Nei to the women's.
And you enjoyed meeting other people too, at that meeting.
Yeah, I think it's nice to see our family outside of Songos, where we can sit and maybe converse and discuss, just the ideas and just sort of those progressive conversations about looking at the village and how we can structure it, or how we can integrate projects, considering the Western world is starting to have an effect on the village lifestyle, in a sense that people are leaving, especially in Lao. When we leave the village, there's less presence on the village. And I still think it's great to come to Suva or wherever to study in school and work, but it's also good to encourage coming back home to the island but being able to do things there. And I think when you get too comfortable or used to the lifestyle on the mainland and the social life, it's sometimes you go to the village and you're not sure what to do there, especially if we're losing these, crafts or these, what do you call, like if I went to my village, there's no one there weaving mats. So we sort of lose that component where for Nei growing up, that's what they did. And I think when we re-encourage or just start doing this again, it makes us all want to go back to the village and just keep weaving our mats on the village. But I think, it's just, just trying to, I guess, figure out how we can have both worlds and keep our traditional way of life still thriving, as well as encouraging the Western way of life, if that's what people want. Up to me, I would live on the village. I would happily leave all of this behind and just stay on the village.
But looks like Dad is expecting you to come back to Melbourne.
He knows if I get on that boat to Lao, you'll never see me again.
Sabi na makaliw na veivavugonit na singa na no keto vitala no kerto na marama may na songo ni marama ni sanolawe to may tiko na marama bulang Totoka vakavulici na norto ngole mayo o Emma o Safaira vatiki ringeta halofaki ena buku ni nodrau gitu na marama ena baku gitu seranga na kandro taka buku na veivugoni gua seranga na kair tu bina katal cengar tu meta ka baka wasumab se taka baka live gua dori vari tak bina kandro taka na veivugoni au kila ni seber indro na vari tak mata mena nomro Nei Talitali rere ni seber ni mai dava to na vital na taka na singa ki song na kena pananum na 50th anniversary, 50-year anniversary, Golden Jubilee for the Song ni Maramani Sanolau on March the 17th. So it's going to be taking place in Motel 6, I think just down the road, or Studio 21, one of the two, Studio 6, or Kila in Studio 6, yeah. So it'll be happening. Yeah, the big day for all the women. So yesterday, one of the ladies mentioned your name, Laura. So I was like, ooh. So Laura's name's Namutingo, which is good. So they are watching and they seeing this example of both of you. Sana libaritek sir dono mo yan kaya Laura mena libaritek sebada bani. So Totoka sarangay. So they'll show one of your mats. Do you think one of your mats will be ready for March 17th, Laura?
It will be now.
It will be now. Yes.
I'll have to bring my mat from Melbourne. Because I'll bring my mat.
Send it over.
He's locked it up so that no one will take it.
So Totoka. Yeah, maybe this is a golden opportunity if you can show us some of the weaving that you've been doing, Laura, Unise, Mami, and then Nei can also share some of work that she has been teaching you as well. So we'll be so privileged if you would be able to do that. Naka. Totoka, sama ho paano na sulira Nei Taraivini.
I'll just disconnect.
Okay, Naka. Oh, we're all excited to see.
Hopefully it doesn't disconnect. Okay. So first is the tusi. So I've just finished the tusi last week. So I'm trying to find the good side. So yeah. And I'm just starting the mulo, which is just like a border.
Wow.
So this the senimbua here, and then so that's how you can see it gets woven in, and there's four going at once, just for this. Wow. So it's quite tedious work. You have to really go slow. You'll be very delicate with the voi, because if it snaps, it's just the extra work to fix it. And this one is the Nei's work here. And that's her, but peacock, what did you? This, oh, this is just, when I watch her do this one, I just, so it takes a very long time just to make it all sit there. So everyone gets woven in as she's weaving this one at the same time. Yeah, so that's the vakai, and then mine is the tusi. And this one was woven by my Nei as well, the tusi. So that's, yeah. And that's it, I think.
So Totoka Wati. Wow. So with all those little techniques, as you said, there's 4 kula going at once. How do you kind of manage the instruction from Nei, Laura, when she's telling you what to do?
I'm very good at, I just sort of have to watch her do it. Yes. And then yeah, I just watch her go, and then she'll watch me do it. And it's kind of like with every movement, it's just yes or no. And then she'll help me as I do the first couple ones, and then she'll just let me do it by myself, but she'll still watch me. And then that's pretty much it, yeah.
Anjin, vinaka bakalivu na vivaka yalovinaka na nomdrau veivakavulici. Totalaka wasea Taraivini na nomdrau veivakavulici tiko veivugoni.
Iyo au tali takasar ni totolo na nona kila nona taura na kai vakavulici kina. Au senga talintambe me utekibuna. Au sakanga be ko mentambe au nangai tukuna chukani be ko na daban medaka be bakana tusi bakana chiniwabi bina banu ngange ndo lendrendre chiko ko na tutuna me sabo garau ko wiria ko bakado mitale chukani kine sokal na chikini boy ko na lomana kene ko ni salang me sabo kan do sartunga mai totol sarno na kila tali tasar au kabe ko na ngai ko sakila kina na mulo sana kila na vavakula baleta na edana bekito na bokawabi edana mai lawe sakila nga bokawabi ko sakila vavakula yesa totol sar vida teke bunga mai balela iwo che saka okay saranda ka bongore o sara ka no balela ka ne I think baleta ni sa le malu chuko so na tikini somo nega ya o le sanbe ko o wareta ngabe ko ator ratai o reta totolo sarna nona bingo o marau tak saranga o marau tak sarwa lebu ko kila eve baunge tichu ko lebu na nonta sulia sombu chuko na kaenda kila mera kila o pabe ko ni na imbendrendren dondo eve tek bukin na tusi sena chinwa bibi o ya tek bu nei doni Kaya na idodo, ko raw andu. Yo ko te gusar nga ko na kande do kwenda utoka sar nandela ni te unenda da ena chigo sare dake ena ban ko sa te gusar nga na kande ko na kare re bina kan do kwenda da uku tak sar babina yo babin bina kan ni totol sar nga no na kila ni totol sar nga no na kila ni yo maruta kan ni bio ni o meu babuli di kweti ko na sulebe ko me da kapa mandanga na mulo waka sinimbua baleta na so na marama vavakula yana me vakula bateke na mulo me raula ko bata eso esin rawata yo babin bina ka usa ka tibe ko ni usa ka barona sinimbo go saranga na ititibu mo sana kilaki na mo vakula te chiko na no muimbe usa mulo talchngani nda uda ka bale buninga no sale mo vakula bakambati mo nangai umbia mainandela ni na bakambati ona vakula tambela ko bateke na mulo eso na marama sengani kila na bolimbe kina do usa bolimbe talanga boli bakambati nanga sale da bugina uchuti ni mbati na sakwa saranga sa da saranga esenga chu ni mulo endondon ne mulo me umbi na bakawabi bakame babotoka esenga ni umbi chigo na kula esenga ni mulo ya umanta baleta ni undo vavakula esenga ni setau do ko ya ke baka bulema ndo una maisanga mendo talambati na baleta ke baka esenga ni rere na ko baleta bangani baka bulivia una kuna ninga una sa daba kinendo na bambati ne mulo mane uchuti ni mbati na baleta me umbi na boibo in laure chuma sena bakawat ko banga babi bina ni sator choko lor ninga una da chigina na mulo ke na baka senimbua na ninga una la ko takina senimbua ya na una ko dola ko takina na kula balab ni apa Iya, kau babi ni bina kasa Totoka sana totolo na no na tiko yo sa babi bina bole ni marau taka chigo no na maitiko sa marau taka chigo no na imbe ni sa tosar chigo ni ko chigo sa do wiro chinga kwango ko ne wochi sarang asana lak mai na kena kulam balab sana ngai dato saraba kina Totoka ni no muyamba ni berni ngai ato talmanong tamen rong ngai lisbat tali
Sa Totoka saranga. So Laura, what's your plan after this? After now, well, at the moment you're doing the tusi, you're doing the chiniwa vivi. Is there another challenge that you wanna take on from what you've been learning with Nei?
I think weaving the tusi, that's probably, or just the owl mat with the somo for me, that's very important because it's very unique to us, Matuku or yasa. And I feel that even though I could learn the crochet or the more common style of vakambati, that's a lot of women know how to do that style. That's more, that technique, it's very known, I think, and that it's more about your creative, what design you put, that's your personal creativity. But this particular technique of weaving the tusi or the vakai with the somo, that's only for the women of where we're from. So that's really, I think, my priority. So from scratch, I can do everything. Whereas at the moment, we sort of pass the map between 3 different people, which I still think is quite beautiful because it's a few different women coming together and sharing their skill.
Yeah.
But me being me, I want to know everything and do it all myself. So yeah, I'm, might end up learning as well if I have time, or I'll just have to overstay in Fiji and learn weaving. Yeah. But anything there is to learn, I just love to learn it and take my time. Just the experience of it, knowing that I can't get this anywhere in the world except from my family. I think that's what I love the most, is connecting to my family, especially the women in my family. Because growing up, I didn't grow up with my father's family, the women. So for me to be able to connect to my own sort of ancestry and the Fijian women from my family, that's really special for me to have that connection. Yeah.
Totoka saranga. Pinaka bakalevo lora na viva kungiti. Iya. So ko sara komentar cukup ada overstay. Iya, kesa kera matanga matento viti besa cukup matanga bakando kolore viti besa ku ni lesu mbati se cukup ngana non via talitali totoka wakawoti na nonro maybe wasi tu ni kuat na veivugoni dora kambi bisar ngatu kun meya lor bakatala kino Taraivini ni cukup nakai ndokilete kina na marama may Matuku kambing bisa dengan kena bahkan dia tak sombu na itu kutukung gobera na ngonele wai era bakrong cumbing gobi kem dina semati kumai binaka bakal lebu na nomuni vipakaung geti tikumai na kau ni wasei tikumengo ena nonro mai bi wasei tiku na veivugoni ena sigi binaka ni kuana nonro vipakatabuli di tiko mai evale yeah. So there's some messages from Deb there, so we'll continue the discussion. Binaka neta ni Malo.
I hope they can find me in Lau because when I'm there, you won't find me.
Neta ni matutol taki main, dala ko naman ko leo mesti may Levukaidaku. Yeah.
I hope they close off the border and then it's bad.
Close the border. So Totoka
Close the border with me.
Boleh Tasha siapa sar cukup mai Hong Kong, boleh Tasha balik berbito kun cukup mai bena Nei Taraivini pakatalngaki na bena talimu Unise Totoka bakawoti na bitalon no na sing binakadiko. Iya Taraivini na bukungan ni songgo lebu sa cukup mai matanda na songgo ni namdo kalim sa ngabul ni ambaki ni songgo di maramay ni sana bakturang olaw roninto mata na numubak matalan tikinayana biba kong geti beira na maramay na non na songgo bata chukumay na singoya ni natakatiuk kina na bisibi italiamba na meke na tapos istalbe kay tiko na buininga na lebu na kartu mi wasea na marama na no na sibi ber na turang satu token dina na bikim do na sanolaw binakbali sa feira binakbali bringeta kaya man na maybe wasei tu na sing binakana no na buku ni bana no minilimu sa kabul ni ambake ni song ni maram do man tanong ba madal ni tikina ya Taraivini
binaka membalatangan na kanito songo ni maramani sanolau au sianga ni tiko na komiti ni tikina au sianga talangan indau lako bakali wele busar na kaya na tikina usandau ya ndo jubul ngai balim balata o cancer survivor ya baka binibinaka bana kilo sulevia una bulabinaka na kaukawa urani mai na kabatal chuna tal na talende sulenga bia una kalo balata ni na vakai mbese nandambera uve dala tsanga bate kina sele au sele lebucheko au boko binibinaka au no vakai mbeto kinango tsanga talimbo bakila tundo na mosi sapa binibinaka tachunga kalo na bugin non vempo bakambulai kena kau esole chube ya wa binibinaka kerawa vital no toko bate ki na bungo guna sina vida na singa sawo che katokwa ni muba kalib na ni baka sa mataka ke baka usana yali ode na kay pandewta pero tu na kau kila gai ngukina nelo na mela kumai me mai pulina koya baka pinaka kina umaro ta kanila kumai pero ni wandewta na kau kila baka bimbi au sa sianga ni dau tali so timbaletana au sa vavakula ngana ngongo au sa kamana vavakula sa konga mena imbe me vakula tambaleta ni au cancer survivor eu bavin binaka chwana close soli chwana kaukawa soli chwana mbula binaka baleta ni nadaka imbe ke baka auro ni ndambe chuna singa todo me baka ni research buli ngai bal ngone bertal chuna berente butal chuna buli afeni longo ngone leo ko engasi kosa no nada tunga na basang ke rawe ndo ka chikolor na ni chef no kera koya ko nandambe bombala bobaya ro vitala tsarake na kina sel baleto ya undo no tombali chuba levu new sele yo babi ni binaka na nungu babi ni binaka takam ratu nungu bitamani nungu ratu bitu ko ni yao ana bukuni nungu daka yimbeti ko kera chuba to boli buka veivugoni au marota ni ubakan de otaka chiko na kila wana bongongo ka buka binaka no mechu boli sa ungeti na lubengu sa te butalangani kuwa au baka binaka taka chiko na veika ke de chiko buka lisio na buka binaka wana kilo baleto ko nga sule na kau sule chiko na bula binaka ke nambula o chiko rau kina na singa ni kuwa me da mai na singa ni kuwa
sa viva ko ngeti dina binaka baka levu au sarap sar chinga sana no mui tambay ni like kabani singa kabani February do da chikina na baka na numi ni wira na maramay ra se wira baka na world is a world cancer day singa baka rombu kan baka na mata saote abay te kino lay sa bulakoro na kena daka chundo na baka singalevu may bingo may na Lodala Bay Road kana levu kitchen for all the cancer survivors. Oh, okay. Awa dorong dia utale. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, dorong dia. So, but internet. Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, you can hear me? Okay.
Let's come check, Mom.
Yeah. Kasi bitar na go. Awa. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Eh? Okay. So let's see. Is it still going live? They can still hear us? Okay. I think we dropped off again. What?
Yeah, I think it's my internet. Yeah.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
So we're back again?
Okay.
Isa. Awa. Dorong diao?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Isa. Wili, bira na barong tiko ba kumaira? Okay, rarong tiko ba kumaira? Iya. To Wati di tiko na bitalan no. Okay, still live. Oh, they can still hear us. Isa. Nimbula. Pasot sana pakai tatawa balilay one bibasaki. Yeah, to sana listal ko pero na
It just glitches a little bit.
Oh, okay. You can hear me again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, vinaka isa. Vinaka vale vikim dina siya chikumay. Malo bakalevo na may bakarong chikubero na marama veivugoni. May bakawat kulit chikin sember ni may dabuka na bitalan no. May bulangi na nungu bata-bata o lay sa bulakoro. Niyo katal nga cancer survivor. May pamadal taka chikukwen na yadaka indo na cancer survivor branch na Lodala Bay Road kana levu kitchen. Dona kana kena Totoka na non ritalo no na maramay binakbali besar Taraivini na yalo chiko bi kemuni sasaga chiko nga mabakatabulida na kila ka chiko bi kemuni Taraivini be rto ibale baka bibi na non na chiko Unise ibale Totoka baka wotisara binakabakalevu liseberangan may dapat na non to bitalan no datal na kao be wasea Taraivini au te au na kai ngale belora. Ia toso do tala ka ni veiwasei Taraivini.
Ndak ngaya na nonda kawai chunga na tina per na luveda na nonda kawali menda sulia sumbu na kainda kila mera Vuli kila ni levu sara na maramanda tali do vavakula seda mga nadaka nilinga kila ita ni kina na maramani biji levu sara na kila itu weekend ia au sanga ni torora au nakanga kila ni levu sa bimbi nga mayor na luveda mer mai lak mai Vuli sa bukan na isema ya sa sanga talangan bukan teo takasumbura chiko na nadaka nilinga nda kila eu nakangau via kacha singini kuwa yanga menda na kawa itukina mechiko na kawa imbaleta kevakai senga ia esarna Vuli banga na luveda na visini mataka kuko kotu kina kawa na nonta bukan teo takasumbu na tali na vavakula na daka nilinga nda kila itani kina na maram ni wit kena koto na kawai enda na bosa chunga bir na luveda me do na ngau na erna dambe ka valata kana erna maruta kan erna rede sarau nera valata nonda daga nilinga da kilete nikina ai Taukei marame Taukei na banu ko wati kombe ngaya na kawia paritaka
na vale sar Taraivini na yalo ni lomo soli tu vike muni na nomu ndo sele tu nomu ngau na yalo ni vosota baleta na oklani na nomu listale na bula ni nangoni se bulu chikuna na maramati na muni vakanga urede chikuna na sakadi vike muni mai laku mai mai dambe mo sabata buli vike muni ngo from 3 generations lo right from your pu to Nei and now to you. What a beautiful legacy that we see today. And a lot of women who are watching tonight are really encouraged by what you two are doing. And we are all watching through your Making Movements page. And we're also proud of your initiative to stay back, to stay back with Nei and share this quality time with her. I know it looks like you're a good student. Nei, ngone yalovinaka ko
I think we make a great team.
Sarà la veivugoni go Totoka vakavulici dari ke nodrau tiko la makan leu.
Lots of tea break, tali. Lots of songo to attend.
Oh, vinaka makan leu. So Laura, over to you now, just to share to our audience last words from you in terms of your experience and of course I can see that you have no regrets. Yeah.
I think for myself, I really appreciate our culture, and that's again, how my father's raised me. But living abroad, Western dominant society and traveling the world and seeing a lot of indigenous cultures being whitewashed in a lot of their traditions, more than half has been lost, and it just becomes stories or images from the past. So when every time I visit Fiji, we still have a lot of our traditions in place and still being practiced. And because I've seen what happens when the Western world interferes with our cultural way of living, people end up just deciding they have to pick one or the other instead of living both. So for me, I'm really trying to have my lifestyle overseas and my work, but at the same time understand I want to practice for me properly and to really feel connected. I always need to come back to Fiji and just live here and live like a Fijian in Fiji. And I think it's so important because it's just something I don't want to ever lose. For me, myself, Nei is the only one in our family, immediate family, that does this. And if that's ever lost, I don't think any of us could, from start to end, just weave a mat. And it might be something very simple to some, but for me, it's just, for us Matuku women, our mats is everything. That's our pride and glory. When we come, we bring our mats and we show off our skill. So to still be able to have my Nei around, who's extremely talented and has learned firsthand from our grandmother, who was extraordinary in her skill. It's just such an opportunity and a privilege for me to be able to still say that the art exists in our family, and hopefully I can do my best and be able to carry on again, and hopefully more of the sisters and cousins, when they do learn. But for me, I just take it to the extreme, just quit my job, leave Australia. There's, work is always going to be there, but this experience, you need to take the opportunity when it's there, I think. Yeah.
Sa Totoka vakai lele usranga rovambulu chikumengo litia vinaka litia rosem chikume Australia vambulu tal chikumengo Anna May's comment says, what you are doing, Laura, has been challenging indeed to young women. Proud of you, keep it up. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of parents watching rana nanumana ka vital no ni kuwa balete ni already ka Taraivini siang ni dole buna vital no be ka pakaongo binaka ni dole patabango me kochikan patamai, and we are just so grateful, all of us watching from different parts of the world since your talanoa the last time a month ago, who knew that 1 month later we'll be here again. So we're just so appreciative of it, and you never know, maybe next month again. If you are still around in Fiji, we might have to contact the immigration.
If immigration is watching, let me be. Don't worry about me. I'm staying in Nandi,
Inaka makalevu Unise na mo yalo dina mo tiko na takakango just so beautiful to see that you wanted to do something and you put it into action. So a lot of us, we may delay it and say, oh, next year I might do it next year. But time is going. Time is of the essence. While Nei is here with her energy and she's still strong and able to teach you, just so beautiful and just amazing to see both of you in this very moment, sharing this teaching, across from one generation to the next. So maybe to conclude our talanoa today, there are your cousins and family that are watching. So we'll start with Taraivini with Nei, and then we'll ask Laura to end our talanoa today.
Naka ve kemnike dengan sar-sar cukumai na sema cukumai na bong binanga ni kuwa kero ba binaka na veivugoni kero mai wasea chungan do na kai senga so chimbeka ni daudaka bakalewe kero ba binaka ve Dr. T na bata-bata ngo sara ni kero mai wasea kina veivugoni na veivakavulici kero da tiko ya kero sa maro takasar chukubakalewe na nero veivakavulici tiko kero tali kero balayamba tiko kena talanoa au lebnanga no talno takasar chunungunga na ningoni mena kor batiki nituna kena beka mamdo vakai dora lebu chung ni rongon talno kero babi naktala lebu tal chung ani rongon ni break tal ngana bibungon nangunci ya kero babi ni binaka ya roba rasa macam mana beba kani ya kero bakambula cuko ya ni kero sabo kamo tal chung ngayani kero babi ni binaka ni unisia macam mai kana beba ungge cuko bekenda na Cina na kero beba ungge cuko bekenda na Cina na nonta bakan deo tak cuko bakan deo tak sombu ni kila ibeira na luveda ngone lewa irna tama nodai taber na ngontangan kenda na tina ber na luveda ngone lewa irna bungonda mera kila na nonta daka nilinga enda kila itanikina na maram ni viti vinaka
naka vakalef sar Taraivini, and now over to you, Laura.
I'm not sure what to say. I'm still overwhelmed, I think. Yeah, maybe just thank you for everyone that watches and is interested. I think at the start it wasn't never something I really openly shared. It was just something I just did it. And I think as in traveling here or practicing and even being quite young. But again, you know, in Australia, it's just me and my father. I don't have any, like the extended family there, no aunties or uncles, no one that's from our family. So I've always been very involved in learning. So when you come to Fiji, I think like my father, there's always a way, there's a sort of a time frame of when you learn things. You know, when you're young, this is what you learn first, and then you'll learn this. And then every time you sort of reach a certain age, you take on responsibilities or you pass it on. But I think particularly this weaving, I think my children, as soon as they're born, they're going to be learning. And I think, again, it's just, I didn't realize how it's not very common when people say, oh, you're so young to learn, a young girl learning. And it's a bit foreign for me hearing those words, because I would have thought maybe it's just me and just being born and raised around the culture and being so involved. I assumed here it was the same, that young girls, whether they're high school or primary school, they were just involved. But I think it's just how parents are they're born and raised in a village, and they don't realize when they're coming to the mainland that they are in a different environment that doesn't really reflect the way they were raised. And there comes a new barrier of your children, they're going to school and they're not home, they've got jobs now. And that's just not the way that we learn on the village. You wake up and you just learn. So I think, yeah, me sharing the journey, and every day I'm always just posting small things, and it's just, it's really nice to see people all around the world recalling memories of their grandparents or grandmothers doing what we're doing now in 2022, you know. And I think, yeah, whatever, you know, just do it. I think if you want to, if a lot of people delay and make it a really big deal of traveling here and seeing family, but I just really encourage you, just tell your job you need to leave and you're going, because your job will always be there and your lifestyle overseas is always going to be there. But when you come home, that everyone knows, as soon as we get off the plane, you just feel this, you know, this energy of you're finally home, and it's so welcoming. And I will pick that every day over any job. It doesn't matter for me. It's more important to be here with my family, especially we come from such a unique and strong culture, these practices. So it's, yeah, I'm not sure. Just, yeah, I don't know. Thank you for everyone who supports and watches, and, you know, hopefully we can keep sharing more and seeing what else. Maybe I might actually learn to cook.
That's the next one, next project.
A lot of what's the challenges? I said probably cooking. I don't cook, but I eat. I'm a businesswoman. I don't have time to do that. But yeah.
Oh, vinaka Reva. So from the Talitali, you never know, you know, with the next couple of months, there's some interesting recipes that Nei knows, some recipes from Matuku that you will start to learn, and you can stay longer. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Yes, man, vinaka vakalevu kimbra na veivugoni, vikimini na sarsar chikumai, vinaka vakalevu na sema chikumai. We have friends logging in all the way from Mongolia. There's a group of teachers in Mongolia. Buli binakala salini batikota. Kikim do keda nangas ni buli may Mongolia. Also from the Middle East, from Dubai, from the US, all over the world. Binaka bakalewa. And if you want to follow Nei Taraivini and Laura's weaving, you can follow them on Make Movements, yeah? On Instagram, Laura?
Yeah. I try to share a lot across Facebook as well.
Okay. Okay, all right. So there you go. So you can follow them.
Story.
Right. Okay. On social media, you can find them there. And again, through my Talano with Dr. T program, I've interviewed them last month, exactly 1 month ago. And now we have not one video, but two. So my sincere apologies with the technical difficulty, but we were able to continue to share our Talano. So that's all for us tonight. Anything else you want to share before we say goodbye?
I think just thank you to giving us a platform or opportunity to share our stories. Something that's maybe small for us, but it's a really big deal to be able to just share to the world my experience in our journey, and hopefully other Fijian girls around the world just come, just leave everything and come to Fiji. It's just so beautiful to always come back home and reconnect.
Binaka vakai sarve kimra na veivugoni kimem sa vakavini binaka tuyani na vakararong tiko yani kalougata na nomuni veivakavulici, and we'll keep watching you both online, and all the very best with your next project. I know you'll be going over to the West over the weekend. Laura, all the very best with everything that your family are putting together. And until next time, I might come back again and see what's the latest update. And if you, both of you, Nei and Laura, want to come back and share, you're welcome. Yeah? Carry on, Laura.
My Ndove's family is saying they want to learn Vukita.
Oh, there you go.
Ngalu. That's one thing I can cook, and what I do make at home is ngalu. So we can do that. I can do that.
So Laura, we just love your energy. We love the way you just want to do things, that's so good, because as we all know, Nei agrees, and our life is very short, right? And if we keep procrastinating, planning to do something, you'll keep delaying it and you end up not doing it. But now you just grab the opportunity and you just say, I'm going to do this. And just do it. Wow. So I just want to acknowledge Mom and Dad, Nakavakalevu, Mary Coriakula and Netani Coriakula, for raising some wonderful daughters. Well, 2 daughters. Tasha's listening in from Hong Kong, and of course Laura is here, and James in Perth, and of course with Lola and little Ebenezer as well, who is also connecting in from Perth. Vinaka bakalevu sar na visusu vinaka, and nonro samenda bitugo na veivugoni and sing vinaka likwa. So saying goodbye to you now, and we will conclude our Talano session. I will play the Matuku song one more time for the 3rd time in one night.
Yeah.
To say
I
goodbye
can show
to
the
everybody.
mats again for anyone.
Yes, please. Yes. So there's some requests. Please stay there. She's gonna show the mats one more time. Go. Yes. Vinaka Netani, Vinaka Mary. Okay.
So this is that's the vakai here.
So wow.
So that's the mulo, and she's just adding in a peacock tail. That's my Nei's work. And then this is the tusi. And again, that's the mulo. I'm just weaving in at the moment. Yeah. So that's it. And this is our workstation here through the day.
Oh, I can see the table for eating and for breaks.
Yeah. All the cousins were watching, and now they've all stepped and watching a movie inside, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vinaka vakaleu. Yes, I really appreciate both of your sharing. Josiah Hughes is asking, can we order? For any orders or anything like that, just go on the Make a Movements page and just message Laura and her Nei Taraivini Wati, and you can find them online. And
we've probably got about a good 3-4 months of book jobs for just family. So if I do it, we start selling, I will post it up. But at the moment, maybe it's a bit of a waiting list.
Okay, waiting list. Whoever is wanting to order, just message them and just join the queue.
Yeah.
So vinaka vale msarvi kemdona veivugoni Totoka vakaochi na vese matimeni kua. To those of you who are listening in, thank you so much for taking the time out to join Taraivini Wati and Laura today, joining in from Fiji and showing us their tali and the projects that they are doing. So Vinaka, for those of you who wants to join, Make a Movement, just go to their Instagram page and also on their Facebook page. Yeah, Vinaka valim sara vekemdona veivugoni, and I will share the sere one more time to celebrate Matuku, especially the village of Levukaidaku. So we'll end with Matuku Ndua and Vinaka vakaleu for joining in. One more time. Aku makalem na sila mabay, nakarabay katiaki, tochigar ni bal sidia, aku makalem na mitokoni, na mitalan mo, pero na veivugoni may Levukaidaku, Matuku, and Drau. Malo
Levukaidaku au wakambulayani, kali karua kinatoka lau, isarabi kona tawa mule dhabi. Bogi kuwa esana mati, sasaga di benua, demai dolati, binaka vakalebu. Ini utaki semitu ibana kona tawa mule dhabi. Urotu kula yanu nitana, sarauta montoromo binaka, kena kawa era bingi beyasana, tumbutu nalo tumerabua binaka. Sabe tu ibana, usike irudi, batake ilema ke mundo do tawadha utirawa ini nangu sere me ubakamo yanu kototoya me usawore ulu makau geramai bore donda veivekani metini angana mate ulu makau geramai bore donda veivekani metini angana mate ulu makau geramai bore donda veivekani metini angana mate.
Vinaka vakalevu rongo vinaka na ser Totoka ya na kere tukuni mai na nonda veivakani metini angana mate. I think there's a lady Laura Ella wanga di Mavalangi. She went to school with your dad. She said if you should have shown some Matuku moves with that song.
Matuku day this year, you'll see.
Matuku day, yeah? Vinaka vakalevu Ella wanga di Mavalangi.
Don't worry.
So so one last goodbye. Mom and dad are watching, and so is Tasha.
Oh, yes. Hi, bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, everything. Yalovinaka.
No more than veivugoni. Take care. No more.
Yeah.
Sabi na valevu. Sa Totoka non rosia mo may na veivugoni may suba. Kaya vimuso at sarchukayani na kaya na may tatawa malilay na mo na liba-liba ya. To sanga to kangamit to siya matalimay sa mayroon na video na nonro vitalo na veivugoni. Vinakavakalevu Ella wanga di Mavalangi na siya masarchuk may Sierra Leone. Vikam do na siya machuk may Amerika, may Viti bunuay Leila. Nunggu rebangu nakwa manako vakalevu na siya machuk may Totoka vakawati. Babi di binaka na bubal na Coriakula and koro vakaturanga o Levukaidaku na sana vakaturanga o lawan na yan no Matuku na veisusu binaka na buku ni veitalo no Totoka me vakadore na bogi ku babi di binaka sarbe Taraivini Wati na nona suletu na nona ngauna me vakatabulida na bungona o Unise na nona tabulida tiko na tali ke na vavakula sa may mangu sa talanga na luveda ko neleo me Vuli Talitali Totoka din na veivakonggiti eron niada tiko na nonda vale korokoro na kana wasei tiko nga may na tuku makao na sib na kaberlaturanga sa na tete bakatalanga kinan tali kana vavakula sabak madan vike muni na lagay sa tali na sini mataka na walo na kaloka na ndo tali na nonda bulangi sana bakturang olaw sabak madan vike muni ni mode mata